Your podcast.
Yep,
You have an athlete.
I do.
Did you have anything fun going over the weekend besides Thanksgiving? It was a quick kind of week for us.
Nothing really crazy. Just went, obviously Thanksgiving with my family. Went to my brother's house.
So fun.
It was my family, my grandma, my uncle, and then my brother's girlfriend taking a lot of her family. So it was fun to meet them just because I knew a lot of them, but a couple I hadn't met before. So it was
Sure.
fun to meet them. Nothing too crazy. Put up a lot of Christmas lights past couple days.
Very fun.
Nothing too big. About you?
Same old, same old. I went up to Melanie, my girlfriend's parents' house on Thursday, and then drove down to my dad's house Friday, and then went to my mom's house Saturday. Lots of food, lots of good time, lots of games. Yeah, it was just good. Fun to see everyone. It was nice to get a break from basketball and just kind of relax a little bit. So, yeah, it was fun. It was nice. Can't complain.
Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. This week, my Christian Athlete Spotlight is Kurt Warner. So
Kurt,
put his
no wonder
jersey
the
up
jersey's
there,
up.
for it. He actually has a really cool story. I think he has
Yeah.
a movie that came out recently. I haven't watched it,
I
but
haven't seen it either, but yes.
probably should. I've known a lot about him in the past, but I looked a little bit more into him today just because I was going to talk about him. But most of everybody knows he went undrafted out of college, and then he actually signed with the Packers, which I didn't know.
I think he was supposed to be the backup for Brett Favre,
So
right
he
when
was
he started going.
Mark Brunell was there,
Oh.
Brett Favre was there, and
Yeah.
then another.
Okay,
I think
I was
it's like
going to
number
say, I knew
10.
Brett Favre was just starting,
But
and everyone
yes.
was like, Brett Favre, and then Kurt
so
Warner was like,
really
under
good
the-
quarterback room.
Yeah,
but,
quite learned.
got cut, didn't quite work out, and then I can't remember what the timeline exactly was. I know he went to the Arena Football League after that, I'm pretty sure, and then played a little bit in NFL Europe. And then he actually, during this time period, was actually stocking shelves because of his football career was kind of up and down, didn't probably work out super
getting
well.
a job or whatever.
And then finally, he gets kind of his chance with the Rams. I believe he signed like 97-ish.
Yeah,
And then
that
he
sounds about right.
finally started in 99. Obviously, it was a part of the Greatest Show on Turf.
Yep.
Which, I mean, for the most part,
Isaac
people know what
Bruce!
that is.
I know him!
Just obviously one of the best teams that we've seen in the recent era. He obviously won the Super Bowl with the Rams. Then he went with the Cardinals and lost. But then he
That was a great. I still remember saying
Such a good Super Bowl.
catch in the back,
But-
that drive.
and then
James
he-
Harrison returned.
Yeah.
Steelers, man.
Then he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in
Yep.
2017. But my quote that I found from him, which kind of sums up him as the reason I was talking about his career, because it just, though his quote really sums up his career in general, being an undrafted to a Hall of Fame player. It's just very interesting about how God uses people, and that's kind of what his quote says. But it says, "You do not have to be perfect for God to use you. These flaws are part of it, and that's who God chooses to use." So being in that undrafted position is not where anybody wants to be. Coming out of college, it's already tough as it is, and then having to prove yourself again and again, even to get onto the roster, not even necessarily starting. But clearly it works out. I think it's cool that he didn't let being undrafted and getting cut and literally moving across the world keep him down. He continued to pursue his dreams. He continued to play football at the highest level, and I mean, he did. I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the, I mean, he's got to be a top 10 quarterback all time without even really a question. So he has to be in that conversation for sure.
Yeah, you'd think so.
But he is the only undrafted quarterback to win a MVP and a Super Bowl MVP. So, I mean, it's just
he's
it's just cool to see someone in that.
If you're not going to put him in the
spot.
top 10 for statistical purposes, probably, which is, I don't know if he is statistically in the top 10 or whatever, but yeah, story-wise and determination and everything, there's no one better.
Yeah, I think it just, I'm not going to say my verse right now, but it kind of goes into what my verse is too, with just not letting your situation dictate, like, your, like, not personality, but just, like, drive.
Yeah.
Because he could have, I mean, getting, like, drafted, that kind of sucks, but, like, that happens a lot. But then, like, he gets signed with the Packers, he thinks he's going to, not necessarily start, but, like, start his career.
Yeah.
And then gets cut. But he didn't let that keep him down. He found other opportunities in the Arena Football League and NFL Europe, and then, obviously, history tells the story from there. But it's just cool to see someone that doesn't let something as big as getting cut from a football team, like, let him down. He doesn't keep them from accomplishing his goals. So that's kind of my athlete this week in Kurt Warner. But
yeah, I like that. No, Kurt Warner's, he's a great guy. He's a super humble guy. He's always on the TV for announcing whatever. So yeah, he's a very cool guy. So I agree.
Cool guy. But
Thanks for listening to the Kind of Athletic podcast. Please like and subscribe to all our social media platforms and make sure to come back to hear more from the Kind of Athletic podcast.